With jobs appearing more and more scarce, could it be time to think about doing something completely different? 12 months ago, former photographer Jennie Smith and former accountant Nina Smith decided to take the plunge and set up their own plumbing company.
Don't look at me like that when you say
Sorry.
things like that.
With them now is Terry Charnock, who's head of the Department for Gas, Plumbing and Electricals at Trafford College. Nice to see you guys.
Hello.
Good evening.
So you decided to become plumbers. Why?
I don't really know. We both did art degrees at university, and then after that, we just thought, I like doing practical things, Jenny does, and there's not really that big a market in the art world to get into, so we just thought, how can we make some money? We just did plumbing.
You just thought plumbing?
Plumbing?
There's got to be more to it.
No.
That's quite a jump still, isn't it? Like,
No, I had a friend who did plumbing.
right?
Yeah. I had a friend who'd done it not at Trafford, he did it at Mancat, I think it was. But, yeah, because he'd done it, I thought, actually, that's a really good idea.
So it was your suggestion?
Yeah, it was my suggestion.
What did you think when your sister came to you and suggested that?
Well, I did a lot of welding at university and things like that. So with my artwork,
right.
So I thought, lots of pipework, soldering. So I was quite interested in that side of things. So it kind of seemed like just a bit of fun at first, and then it kind of led on to, after we finished our plumbing course, we thought, should we set up a business together? And then it just led on from there, really. Yeah.
Have you found, Terry, that you're finding that more and more graduates who have gone for more vocational courses like that are increasingly successful compared to people who do perhaps more academic qualifications, because there's been so much weight put on those qualifications that there's been a big gap, hasn't there?
The answer to that is in the affirmative, yeah. What the Trafford College can deliver is quality in training and assessment, and we've got immense ties with industry and employment links. But what we can't give is that final bit, the bit that the two ladies have given, where they actually have gone into self-employment and employed themselves. So that's amazing. But to answer your question is yes. That's what we're finding. These are good disciplines. Plumbing, gas, electronics, electrical, motor vehicle. These are good disciplines. They pay well, and but it certainly takes that added extra, which is given by the ladies. Now, the plum sisters.
Well, the girls have come from obviously very, very different kind of previous occupations. What kind of people are you seeing coming to... Obviously, it's something that's on a lot of people's minds at the moment with the financial situation, but what kind of people are you seeing coming to the course? Is it all sorts of different types?
I'm seeing all sorts of different types for varying reasons. You've got the school leavers that come into the courses, but the mature students change their career, perhaps have been made redundant, need a change of career. They're looking at plumbing and looking at the gas, they're looking at electronics, motor vehicle, that type of thing. And of course, you've got the people that say, OK, let's give it a go. I've never done this before, like the lady sat next to me now, and they've bit the bullet and they've gone in there, and it's worked incredibly well. This is a success story, but there's many success stories coming out of Trafford College.
How successful are you finding it at the moment then, guys? How's the business actually rolling for you guys at the moment? What's been the response as well, like? Well,
I think we have got a lot of, with being two girls, it's kind of like a bit of a selling point. So when we initially set up, the local newspapers were all interested in us and things like that. So we got a lot of free advertising through that. But people have responded, really well to it, and it hasn't, it's been a positive thing, us being
it's
girls.
It's kind of trade where it's word of mouth depending on
Yeah, definitely. So, it's like business is doing well,
We have felt the recession, though, I must say.
Yeah, I think, because we were a new business, in our first year we were building up, and this is our second year now. It hasn't really changed that much in the second year, and I think people are being a bit more conservative with doing, bathrooms or things like that. They're kind of holding back a bit. So, we're still doing, pretty well, but I think if we were more established, it would have been a bit easier. But
it's obviously going very well.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
This is a unique approach. I mean, the approach that the ladies have taken now, they're looking at inner city Manchester and looking at the work within there. In the suburbs, it's fairly easy to pick the phone up and pick a gas engineer or plumber. But in the city centre itself, it's slightly different. But, the work is there for them, and the recession hits everybody.
Well, I think it's quite an ironic story in a way. Is it not a certain danger whereby you guys have got a lot of coverage because you're sisters, but then are you not in danger of getting that kind of chauvinistic stereotype where people actually have an idea that women don't do these kind of jobs anyway? Is that not a danger that could affect, again, your job?
You get less than that than you'd think.
Yeah.
You do get it. You know, it's definitely not, you know...
You look livid. I'm not going to lie. You look absolutely... You do get it. Yeah. And you have to put up with it, because it's cash.
You don't get it often.
You don't get it. You don't get it as much as you think.
Well, I suppose you can take advantage of the fact
I'm more like questions. You know, people are very curious, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
it's not always
unusual,
negative.
isn't it? There's no getting away from that. And I suppose, on the other hand, you can take advantage of the fact that perhaps older people, more vulnerable people, would prefer to ladies that they haven't met before turning up.
Well, we get that a lot, like, you know, women who, like, you know, the husbands are at work or whatever and they're in on their own and they say, you know, I'm really happy that you've come round because I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable with a man, you know, being in the house with me when I'm on my own. So, in that respect, you know...
As long as you don't rob them after that, then.
That is the niche, but the trade is changing rapidly. You know, trade is not just about bending pipes now, this this stereotype look at plumbing. It's not that anymore. It's using intelligence. It's working things out. It's moved on with technology. People tend to forget that.
Just want to ask you, if anybody's watching, they are thinking of making a massive career change in a totally different direction, what would you say to them?
Oh, God.
Do it. It's fun.
Don't do plumbing because we're doing it. It seems to be the that's right.
Plumbing in Hugh.
But working for yourself is great, and, you know, it's exciting setting up your own business, and it's fun to, you know, even if it isn't successful, you know, at least you've tried
Nothing
to
ventured,
do.
nothing gained.
To do something.
Work for
Gives you a
us,
lot
should
of
be saying.
confidence.
Give us the sound bites. No, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.